Our strategy in going into Birmingham was to have daily demonstrations that dramatized for the nation what was the nature of segregation. So we'd have a small group going down and picketing the lunch counter. We'd have another group that would go to a bank and they would apply for a job. And when they didn't get the job, they'd kneel down in the bank and pray. So it was a day by day calling attention to what segregation meant.
The SCLC and local civil rights leaders won a federal law banning segregation nationwide and aimed to apply the same protest tactics here that worked in Montgomery. But Birmingham is a city under siege, ruled by a strict segregationist, Chief of Public Safety Bull Connor, determined to foil every move they make.
You can never whip these boys if you don't keep you and them separate. I found that out in Birmingham. You've got to keep the white and the black separate.
So this was a man who was defiant and brutal, and it would eventually create the spectacle of suffering that would lead to momentous social policy movement, but also strategic changes for King and his people.
The organizers planned to fill the city's jails with protesters in the hope that the national attention will force the Kennedy administration to act. After 3 days of sit-ins, there are more than 300 arrests. But Bull Connor has a plan to roadblock the demonstrators.
You know?
Look at this nigga.
Kennedy, up there in Washington, that little old Bobby Sox and his brother, the president. They'd give anything in the world if we had some trouble here. If we don't have any trouble, we can beat them at your own game.
The Birmingham campaign reaches a crisis. Bull Connor and the segregationist politicians get an injunction against marching. Once you issue an injunction, violating that injunction automatically sends you to jail.
Yeah.
And your sentence can be pretty arbitrary. It's
Pretty
up to
much.
the judge.
With the injunction in place, Bull Connor skyrockets bail amounts for protesters, draining organizers' funds so fast
Son of a
that they
bitch.
can't keep their promise to bail everyone out quickly.
We had a delegation of the black business community that was under extreme pressure. And they actually asked Dr. King and all of us to leave. And they said, look, Birmingham is too tough. This nonviolence is not working. That was the thing that threatened to kill the movement.
Short on funds and facing pushback from local leaders, momentum for the Birmingham campaign grinds to a halt.
The movement is imploding. Northern media are going back to New York, and they're going back to Washington.
Talking about politics coming from a view of the streets, you know what I'm saying, dog? We're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers. None of that shit that's on TV, you know what I'm saying? We come straight from the hood. We the hood view, you know? Representation of black people, period, on the bench. Because we don't know who Clarence Thomas is representing. He's sitting on the Supreme Court, sitting on a bench, smelling like cocoa butter.
Yep. 2, 3, 4, 5. We live.
All the way live.
Welcome to Hoodviewpolitics, where we go into deep detail dive
Deep.
in the politics from a hood point of view.
What point of view?
I'm Rabbit Jones,
I'm Tony, the #1 soul brother.
and welcome to HVP. There's a lot going on in politics right now, baby. We talking about a speaker getting this joint yanked. Don't you know how the what's the joint with man them Sandman? When he come out and yank your ass out when you fucking up trying to rap.
Yeah, on the motherfucking parlor.
That's the McCarthy right there. You just, I'm a speaker. Nope, bring your ass here. You fucked up. Damn.
This is so fucked up. to get in there. And you had to make that deal. Whereas if one of them didn't like what you was doing, one of them could bring it to the floor and vote your ass out. But you didn't understand. But you knew this was going to come. There's no way you didn't know this was going to come, because your margin in the House was so narrow, and the Republican Party is so divided that to get anything done, you need Democrats.
Ain't that funny?
You need it. You need them. That's like this weekend. Democrats bailed your dumb asses out on that on the spending bill for the keep the government open. If it wasn't for Democrats, you had to make a deal with them to not shut the government down. Then they in turn work with the Democrats.
Oh, let's slow down. If anybody, the layman's, including us, that don't know what just happened here, the government was shut down, was going to shut down, was threatened.
It's going to shut down Saturday.
They made a deal. That deal that was struck was something that Democrats didn't want, I might add, but it was something that would keep the government continuing going. But you got a section of the Republican Party called Tea Party, MAGA, Trump, PERS, whatever you want to do. They all the same thing, right? Their congressmen that represent them and women don't want you to do anything with a Democrat. Don't give a fuck if it saved the government. Nobody cares. You can't do anything with them, okay? And once you did that, out you go. Now, like he just told you, here was this dumbass McCarthy that made the deal that one person can do that.
But he already
just so he can be speaker.
But he was stupid because you had already made it. You already worked this shit out for to fund the government. This shit was worked out over the summer. You had a deal. Then you went and reneged on the deal. And that's what got us to the shutdown shit. And actually, Democrats saved all your asses. Then y'all try to, see, this was how stupid you are. For one, you went against what your own people want, the people that put you in there. Okay, you already went against what they want. What you did with what was best for the country. It wasn't good to shut the government down. What was best for the country is to keep the government open and keep shit flowing like it was flowing. Okay, you did right in that respect. But by them and these extreme ass people, you did wrong because you still ended up working something out with the Democrats to get, and you didn't get nothing but an extra 45 days. So we're gonna be right back. We're gonna be right back in this position, and probably worse because we don't know who the next Speaker of the House is gonna be. So you're probably gonna be back in this or worse in 40 some days. How many days it is? Okay. Now you did that. Now you know that, well, him and Matt Gaetz can't stand each other. Matt Gaetz can't stand Kevin McCarthy. Didn't want him in. Was going to wait for the first opportunity to get him out anyway. That's what he did. So now, fuck it. You didn't went and did this. So they didn't basically, you sided with the Democrats to keep the government open. Then they went and sided with the Democrats to get your dumb ass out of there.
Now, again, this has to be explained because the average person that don't pay any attention to hold on.
I don't know what the fuck that.
This right. Because anybody that, right? For example, if you're not really paying attention to politics, right? You don't understand what just happened, right? Where Democrats ended up voting him out because, right? One example, you need a certain amount of votes, right, to get rid of a speaker, right? But the speaker put in a caveat for his party to put him out at any time they feel like they want to. One person can put the vote up, right?
One person can bring it to the floor. All you need is a simple majority. All you need is one more vote than the other side and get a mofo out of it. And that was just dumb because all they needed was for 5 Republicans to defect. You already knew that this dumbass Matt Gaetz wasn't going to bring that shit to the floor unless he definitely had the 5. And it ended up with 8.
No, the problem is when you do that, right? They fighting in their own party, Republican Party, right? They didn't like what he did. He put the caveat in there. They pulled the trigger on that, right?
Yeah.
But once you do that, Republicans is not going to vote him out. It is almost like a fucking spider in a web. And they ain't doing nothing but chilling until you put something there. You know what I'm saying? Then it's like they fucking shit up and you know what I'm saying? Putting the web on their ass. They was not thinking about trying to out Speaker McCarthy. Democrats was not even thinking about this.
Yeah, but see,
hold on.
Go ahead.
But once you, as a Republican, throw that up, right? That's just like a shock in the water. Like, oh, okay, then, since you want to put him out, we all gonna join this, right? Now, this what bit McCarthy in his asshole. He sucked their ass, right? He didn't want to help Democrats do anything. He wanted to impeach their president. He thought they was going to turn around and help his dumb ass once that vote was ready to go. And you need 216 to get you out. Every single Democrat jumped on that joint ASAP.
They're going to do that regardless, no matter what. It wasn't no Democrat that was going to save him. So it was always going to take. It was always going to take a couple of Republicans moving to the other side to vote him out. It always going to take 5 because it takes is a majority. All you need is one more than the other side to vote a motherfucker out. If every Republican had voted to vote him out, keep him in, he would have stayed in because they had the majority. But they already knew it was 5 it was at least 5 that didn't want him. It's really more than 5, but they don't want to. They're not going to vote. Once the vote is clear, they don't need them wasting their vote and letting people know how they think. So once it ain't even that. Because like if you're sitting there as a Republican, right, and McCarthy don't know you don't fuck with him, right? He think he cool with him, but you with this. If it gets to the point where they need one more vote or some shit, you're gonna run down there and get yours. But if it clears, then you just sit there and be quiet and like it was just nothing and say no, thinking, all right, it already passed anyway. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? This is the deal. And this is how the Republicans, I'm gonna explain to you how the Republicans got played. They not only got played, they got played by Hakeem Jeffries and they played themselves. Everybody already know that there's a split in the Republican Party. And especially is a split in the Republican Party, especially in Congress. That look, if Gaetz and the people with Gaetz did not know already that they had at least 5 votes necessary to oust him, they would never brought it to the floor. So they already knew that they had that. They already knew that they had this motherfucker. And once I bring it to the floor, he knew he was gone. And they know, and on the Democrat side, they know that the Republican Party is not unified. If the Republican Party was unified, they would have motherfucking kept him in. That's why Hakeem Jeffries came out early today. He came on CNN or MSNBC, if somewhere in the middle of the day, and he put out a press release that said, "We are not going to vote to save Kevin McCarthy. The Democrats are unified. We are unified in ousting or voting to oust Kevin McCarthy." Now, what you have done, you have shown that the Democrats are united in what they're doing because they don't give a fuck. Who the fuck you put up? We in the majority, so we got to deal with whoever you put up there anyway. Now, you just revealed the whole split in the motherfucking they was played and they played themselves. Now you got the whole split and the chaos on the Republican side in front of the whole world. Now they looking even disorganized as they was yesterday. They played themselves.
But true. Dang, I forgot what I was about to say though. All that's true. But out of all that, if you got a speaker in one party, right? The party wants to get rid of him. But that whole party gets only 8 votes to vote him out. Just think about that for a minute.
Right.
So
okay, it takes the whole
I know
Congress,
I get
right?
that. I get that. But you got to pay attention to the bigger picture. This is one party getting rid of a speaker where the whole party is not voting him out. Y'all don't see that? The Democrats voted him the fuck out of here.
Well, yeah.
Your Republican Party didn't want the speaker in there, but only 8 people voted to get him out of the speakership.
Right, because you knew.
Think about that.
Because you already knew that
That's irrelevant.
Every Democrat was
Irrelevant.
So
I'm talking about the Republican Party by itself.
It only took a small amount to say no, get him out.
No. You're missing the point. Why would a Democrat be involved? Take the Democrats out.
Because they have to vote.
No. Take them out. Say they ain't got nothing to do with it. It should be all Republican votes to get them out. If that's the party that's putting that they want to get their speaker out. Their party. Right. Only 8 of them can vote to get him out, though. Yeah, when your party is putting your speaker out. Think about it.
But he's not.
Think about that.
He's not the speaker of the Republican Party.
The Democrats did not put up getting him out of there. They didn't have nothing to do with this. Now you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
this is all Republicans
because their votes counted. They votes.
It's irrelevant. They didn't put up a bill to get rid of him.
I understand that.
Republicans did that.
Yeah, but
so if a Republican put up a bill to get rid of their speaker, their leader,
I understand this.
How is only 8 of them getting rid of him? When it's 400, 200 of these motherfuckers.
Because that's the dumbass deal we made.
Think about that.
Look, it's the same as this.
Do the party want to get rid of him or not? Think about that.
Let's
take Democrats out of it.
Yeah.
You put up a bill.
A section of the party. The whole party didn't want to get rid of Kevin McCarthy. A lot in the party. If Kevin McCarthy ran again, he would still get at least 200.
Where he was at?
216 votes. He would have 216.
Where were they?
What?
Those 200 you talking about? Where are you gonna get them from?
If he was to run again today,
which
you said he wasn't, he would still have 200, and he would still have the possibility of having the vote was 216 or what 216 or 2 something. So you can say it's
210.
So he at least have 210, but he won't have enough to gain a majority to get the gavel back. That's what he knows. He's not going to get them. He's the ones that defected is and voted for to get him out was just it was 8 of them. So
that's my point.
That's all they needed.
Well, if you tell me
needed 5 to jump ship.
Exactly. 210 Republicans voted against it.
No, yeah, this voted to keep him. To keep him.
Again, exactly.
Right.
Keep against getting rid of your speaker.
Right.
But your party put it up. Think about that.
Because they didn't want him in the first place. It took 15 votes to get this dude in. They really did not want him. Let's go back.
You're missing the bigger picture of a party by itself.
The party is fucked. The party is fucked up.
The party by itself, right?
The party itself is fucked up. We already knew that the party was split.
You, as a Republican congressman, whatever the fuck, you put up a bill, you, as a Republican, to get rid of your own speaker. Do you remember anybody that would try to get rid of Nancy Pelosi?
They didn't want Nancy Pelosi. That's what I'm
trying to tell
you. Look.
Think about hold on. I want you to pay attention to what's happening.
This is the difference between the Republican Party.
I know that. I know all that. But you cannot picture somebody putting a bill up. They'd probably debate. The left wing would get in the corner and pitch a bitch. But would never be a bill to say get rid of. Hold on.
The Democratic Party is a unified party.
That's irrelevant.
We are of one accord.
Oh, that's irrelevant. That's irrelevant.
It's not irrelevant.
I want you to just pay attention to the parties itself,
go
right?
ahead. I'm trying to
what they represent to the world, the country. You have a party. It's only two. That said they don't want their speaker. Put a bill up, and 210 of them said no. They only had 8 left. That means that was not something Republicans wanted to do, bruh. That means this party is not a party right now, bruh.
That's what I said.
There's nothing. Democrats don't have nothing to do with this. You can't picture a Democrat putting up a bill to get rid of a speaker.
No.
You can't picture that. No. You put up a bill. You know how quick. What's one of these speakers? What's the motherfucker that was in there with
Go back.
With Clinton.
Go back.
What was the one that was in there with Clinton?
Newt
Gingrich. You think if a Democrat would have slid a bill up to get rid of motherfucking speaker that was in the House, you think they ain't jump on that motherfucker ASAP?
You know, but the Democrats didn't have a motherfucking majority.
One person to do that.
Yeah, one Democrat could.
You couldn't find one person to do that. This is crazy.
But we didn't have the majority. So look,
it's the craziest thing that one party is eating itself.
Look, this is what I'm trying to do.
Inside out, bro.
This is the difference. This is the difference between Democrats and them. On the last time we had a majority and Pelosi was up, it was a bigger faction of the party, Democratic Party, that didn't want Pelosi, than didn't want McCarthy and the Republicans. But what she did was, and where she was smart at, she coalesced and got the party together, and yet nobody could beat her. So she got all them people together, and she ran, and she made a deal. She had made a deal that after her term was up, she wouldn't run again. Because that's really why you got Hakeem Jeffries now. Because she did make a deal back then that she wouldn't run again.
She would have beat him though.
Probably so. She probably, but what she did, she honored what she said. She said it had stuff to do with her husband and all that. And plus she did say she wasn't going to run again.
She would definitely beat him.
But she might have. Then again, you never know.
Even though I love the fact that a black man there, but he would have lost. But she ran.
I don't know, because back then you had people, your AOCs, your Omars, and you had your Bernie Sanders, and you had people like that. She didn't run. I'm talking. Look, she didn't want to be speaker when she ran the last time, and she got the people together. She got her party together, and the party coalesced. Yeah. This time, when they lost the majority, and she stepped and basically she stepped down as leader, and let McCarthy be the minority leader, and McCarthy, them being the majority, they got to put up somebody for Speaker of the House. They didn't want McCarthy. It took 15 votes to get this dude in there.
True. And he had to strike a deal that just fucked him.
Yeah.
8 months. Shortest term of a speaker in U.S. history. One that was this short, man died. That's why he was that short. This fool gets thrown the fuck out before you can get your papers and office together.
The whole thing is this. Democrats sat back and let Rome burn. Basically, they sat back and watched Rome burn. You got to show that Kevin McCarthy was the worst speaker in history. He got nothing done. This Congress is going to be Republican-controlled Congress is going to be the worst in history because they're going to get nothing done. Now you put it out for the world to see. More importantly, you put it out for the country to see in a election year. You have 2, maybe 3 factions in the motherfucking Republican Party. You have MAGA, you have moderates, and you have some motherfuckers that's so extreme to the right, it's ridiculous. And they fucked. They are fucked. And they played themselves. And Hakeem sit there and played them. You say, like, hold on, wait a minute. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who they put up. We got to deal with them anyway. We don't have enough votes to put. They can nominate somebody. As a matter of fact, they nominated Jeffries, but they just don't have enough votes to get Jeffries the gavel. So, fuck it. You sit there and hey, they set the house on fire, let it burn.
Steve Womack is the presiding. He's an interim speaker.
And this petty motherfucker.
Well, this is the votes right here. We're going to tap into the joint live.
The resolution is adopted. Without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table. The office of Speaker of the House of the United States House of Representatives is hereby declared vacant.
Allie, just wow.
That's wow.
Yeah, I had an audible wow there too, Nicole, because again, that's us witnessing history together there. It's really stunning. I think as I'm thinking about what this means here, yes, we'll look to see who the person is that's installed as Speaker pro tem, because that's going to be likely coming either from the list that McCarthy has provided or through some other mechanism. And
trying
then
to impeach
see,
a president.
Burchett, one of
Think
the
about this shit,
Republicans
right? This is
who
what I'm
voted
trying
for
to tell y'all.
McCarthy, previously told our team in the halls that he
That's why I say
imagines
just take the
that what
Democrats
this
out of
is
it.
they
Just
go
stay
back down
focused
into
on
the
their
House
ass.
Capitol, and once again,
They
it's a
are
family
dysfunctional
meeting.
to the
I don't
point
think that
where
McCarthy is
you
going to be able to
cannot
change any
defend
of
this
these
shit.
minds as we
This
hear
guy-
them calling the House to
This
order.
will
I
fuck
think
him
it's,
up.
we'll
And
be
this will
listening
totally
and seeing
fuck
where
him
they
up.
go next with this. But I can tell you from our team in the chamber,
The other
McCarthy has a smile on his face.
Saturday, the motherfucking Democrats saved their ass and saved the country from shutdown. He went on every Sunday talk show this week and blamed the Democrats, said he wasn't going to work with them. They did nothing. They wanted to shut the country.
Oh my God.
They wanted to shut the country down. I mean, they wanted to shut the government down. He went on every Sunday morning talk show he can, after the Democrats saved his ass, helped save his ass from a government shutdown, which which the Republicans would have took the full entire blame for. And he went out there Sunday morning and trashed the Democrats. He blamed them for this, with this, that, and the third. And then come what's the day? Tuesday. Come Tuesday, do you really think it was going to be one Democrat? And they said it even before Hakeem Jeffries put out the press release. They was like one congresswoman came out and said straight up. She said, "I will resign. I will resign before I do anything to help Kevin McCarthy keep his job." After he did that shit, he knew he was not going to get one Democratic vote. That means every Democrat was going to vote to get his ass out of there. Because if he was smart, he could have kept his job. But it would have still, it wouldn't have cost him an end. But politically, down the road, it would have, because he could have made a deal and say, look, I'm gonna stay on, but if stuff y'all want brought to the floor and there's some deals to be made with the Democrats, he could have made a deal with enough Democrats to get enough Democratic votes to stay in there, because it is still shit Democrats want brought to the floor, and there's still things that Democrats want done. So you don't think that if he went to, just say for the sake of supposing, he went to enough Democrats and said, well, look here, these people trying to fuck me out of here, but I'm gonna tell you what, y'all give me, I need 12 votes from y'all to stay in, and we're gonna bring this gun prevention, we're gonna bring an assault ban weapon to the floor. Don't know if we'll get it, but we'll get everybody on record who vote for it and don't vote for it. So we'll do that. You don't think he could have got enough votes to stay in, or say we get bullshit? If he'd have made a deal, to get Democratic, that's what they were scared of. That's what they were scared of. And him making a deal with Jeffries to get Democratic votes to keep his motherfucking job, where Democrats had a hold over him. They didn't want that because
Democrats did this before and they got fucked. They would not do it again. And Jeffries was not going to do this. They fucked Pelosi the same way. You thought they was going to, you know what I'm saying? You going to trust their ass? No, they're not going to do it. He going to say, oh yeah, I'm going to give you this and that. No, his bitch ass ain't going to do shit. And then if he was to put up an assault rifle bill, he wouldn't even be able to be a Republican no more. He wouldn't be able to run for nothing.
He would have paid politically later on.
He would not be able to run for a goddamn thing after that. Yeah, so he wouldn't have done that. So he would have did what he did today. Fall on the fucking sword and don't say shit. He wouldn't have done no wild shit like that.
He fucked himself Sunday. He knew what was up. He was fucked. He was fucked.
If your party wants you out, you out. It's like you can't start making deals with the other party just to stay the fuck in. Even though the speaker is not supposed to be actually a party, the speaker is the speaker of the house.
The whole house.
But true.
But the thing about it is, excuse me, them 210 votes was Republican votes. The 210 that he got, that was Republican votes. If he wasn't running around being an asshole on Sunday, because AOC was going to vote for him to stay. So that'd have been one. And AOC got some pull. She could have got a couple of one or two more. So you might have had a chance if you wasn't running around being an asshole. Because the Republican Party as a whole didn't want you to go. Only 8, it took 5, but they got 3 more as a cushion. So they got 8 people to get rid of your ass. So we'll put it like this. That just goes to show how many bridges he burnt. He just burnt a lot of bridges over the last few days where he couldn't have got it done if he wanted to.
It's like
he just burnt all his bridges.
You tried to fuck Democrats and fuck them.
Right.
And then reach out your hand and hope they save your dumb ass. That's the stupidest shit.
Because what he did was after he knew Matt Gaetz and them was pissed at him. And they don't, and this is the fucked up ass part. They are going to come back and try to expel Matt Gaetz. They was talking that was the motherfucking it was Saturday. They said if he goes after McCarthy, we're going to put in a motion to expel Matt Gaetz from Congress. They don't like Matt Gaetz either. They don't like, you got a big faction that don't like McCarthy, but you got a bigger faction that don't like his alleged underage sex trafficking ass Matt Gaetz.
Forgot about that.
So like I was saying before, the whole party, the Republican Party is fucked. You got too many factions, you got too many agendas, you got too many people going to do
flipped cars to try to pay my way through it. Went to visit some buddies. Away in college for a weekend, stopped at the grocery store to cash a check.
Because Jeffries, when he came out and showed, he said, hold up. We as Democrats, we united. We coming out, we ain't having no votes. Because that's what the woman said. She said, I will resign before I help Matt Gaetz keep his job. Then she put, but I will vote the way our leader, Hakeem Jeffries, wants me to vote. And he said, vote no, get that motherfucker out of here. And every Democrat fell in line. Now that's leadership.
This is McCarthy right here.
But I learned then never to give up. So I opened my own business, selling sandwiches. 3 things I learned. First to work, last to leave, last to be paid. I wanted to finish my college degree. At that time, no one in my family had finished a 4-year degree. I did pretty well. I now had enough money that I could pay my way through school as long as I went to Cal State. So I sold my business, going to school. I opened up the local paper and said, be a summer intern in Washington, D.C. with my local congressman. I did not know this man, but I thought he'd be lucky to have me, so I applied. And you know what he did? He turned me down. But you want to know the end of the story? I got elected to a seat I couldn't get an internship for. I ended up being the 55th Speaker of the House, one of the greatest honors. I loved every minute. And the one thing I will tell you is,
8 months.
doing the right thing isn't always easy, but it is necessary. I don't regret standing up for choosing governance over grievance. It is my responsibility. It is my job. I do not regret negotiating. Our government is designed to find compromise. I don't regret my efforts to build coalitions and find solutions. I was raised to solve problems, not create them.
Hold tight. Hold tight.
So I may have lost a vote today, but as I walk out of this chamber, I feel fortunate to have served the American people. I leave the speakership with a sense of pride, accomplishment, and yes, optimism. From the day I entered politics, my mission has always been to make tomorrow better than today. I fought for what I believe in, and I believe in this country of America.
No.
My goals have not changed.
Hold on. Why are you sitting in line like that? Look, this is what happened. Over the summer, and we already said this, you had a deal. You had negotiated a deal. It was a bipartisan deal to avert this potential government shutdown. It wasn't even supposed to came to this because you had the deal in place. You listen to Donald Trump and the MAGA wing of the party. When Donald Trump called you, and it was a known fact last week, week before last, in the last 10 days, put it like that, you received instructions from Donald Trump, and you and other MAGA Republicans received instructions to shut the government down. And that's what you was going for. You reneged on a deal to listen to Donald Trump to shut the government down. You didn't negotiate. You had already negotiated. You had a deal. But you listened to somebody else. Then when the shutdown got averted, because certain people in the party wanted the motherfucking shut down. Matt Gaetz and them wanted to shut down for real. That's why he really, really pissed at you. Now, when they got mad, and then Democrats bailed your ass out Saturday and kept the government open, came to a deal, and you only extended it by 45 days. You didn't really do shit. It was just like you called a motherfucking electric company called Pepco and say, I'm a little short right now, can I get an extension on that? That's what happened. You got an extension on that. Okay, you got an extension. Then you went out Sunday morning and you tried to blame the Democrats for everything since the killing of Lincoln. It was them. They wanted to shut the government down. They wanted to do this. They didn't want to negotiate this. They didn't want to go do this. Okay, now you got the people in the party that wanted to shut down and don't like your ass mad at you. Now you done pissed off the Democrats because they saved the country from a shutdown, and you came out and lied and told all kind of untruths and shit and try to put it all on them. Now they mad at you. And you just dumb. That is all it is. You just dumb.
One thing about the speakership, it done fucked the whole house up, turned it upside down. But I just want everybody to look at the bigger picture of one party is just completely dysfunctional. One party is actually trying to do some work. Y'all can't deny these things. I don't even tell you which one they are. You know what I'm saying? It's just That's simple. And there's something we need to tell black people. Stay the fuck out of Florida. Not good. NAACP gives a warning to black people about taking your Yanus,
taking your ass Florida.
To Florida, my nigga. Don't do it. Let it go.
Yeah, because the Jacksonville police.
It's almost at the Alabama level, ain't it? For niggas. Don't go there.
You must ain't seen this. Hold
on. Alabama level almost. Shit.
You ain't seen this then. You ain't seen that.
Oh yeah. Alabama level.
Yeah, because in Jacksonville, old Lakeem Woods, 24, was left. They beat this boy unrecognizable. Shut both eyes, swollen lips.
Unrecognizable though.
They beat this boy till he was unrecognizable after white Florida cops smashed his face into the sidewalk during a brutal arrest for not wearing a seatbelt. But they say it was some kind of sting operation. I guess they pulled him over for not wearing a seatbelt or whatever. K-E-I-A-N, Woods. But yeah, they whooped the shit out. I mean, and they got a video of this shit too. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
I mean, whatever you do, it's gonna always come back to the same shit. Like, what you want to do about this type of shit? If you want to do it politically, where your vote go? Who would do this stuff? Like, if you were making a list of, I know most people in the country have different ideas and different thought processes of what they want in life and shit. I get that, but overall, we all want to live happy, healthy, and free. You know what I'm saying? It's like, in the end, we gotta agree on something. Can police beat the shit out of black kids? We gotta agree. Then no. You know what I'm saying, dog? And then you can't have politicians in there saying they don't give a fuck about that. You know what I'm saying? It's just, that's something that's got to be changed, bro. For sure.
I don't understand.
Let me see what he's talking about.
About a traffic stop in the arrest of Lakeem Woods in the Jacksonville case that has made headlines around the country. Tonight, Jacksonville Sheriff T.K. Waters held a briefing as he released this video from last Friday.
And Sheriff Waters says this all started after he ordered officers to find out who is responsible for the shooting death of a 3-year-old at the JTB apartments more than a week ago.
Yes.
Our Taylor Levesque is on your side tonight. She's joining us live. And Taylor, how did officers cross paths with Woods and the other men involved in all of this?
So they just beat.
Well, the sheriff said that while officers were patrolling the area of Toledo and Powers Avenue, they came across a group that had crossed paths with someone of interest in that shooting. Officers say they watched Woods and other men before pulling over that car. Here's a video of that stop. On Friday, Jacksonville Sheriff's officers pulled over this truck after conducting surveillance in the area of Toledo Road and Powers Avenue. The officer is holding the men in the truck at gunpoint. The driver and passenger comply with officers' orders, but Lakeem Woods gets out and starts to run, and an officer chases after him.
I'm gonna tase you.
Woods trips multiple times as he is running from the officer, who deploys the taser.
Ooh.
Get on the ground.
Woods is tased and falls forward. The Jacksonville Sheriff says this impact caused bleeding and swelling to Woods' face. As Woods resists, another officer comes to help. He repeatedly knees Woods in the upper body. Jacksonville Sheriff's Office Chief of Professional Standards, Mike Schell, says Woods was resisting and the officer...
Excuse me. Hey, it's Kunta Kinte!
One officer holds Woods' head down while another attempts to handcuff him. The officer then flips Woods over and strikes him repeatedly. Woods, visibly bloody, still resists, and another officer elbows him in the face. Sheriff T.K. Waters says officers did use force against Woods,
Foot off the nigger,
but says they acted
put your hand
appropriately and within department policy.
All force, all violence is ugly. And just because force is ugly does not mean it is unlawful or contrary to policy.
But Sheriff Waters says the cell phone video taken of Woods' arrest by someone nearby was intentionally altered to imply one of the responding officers kicked Woods as he was handcuffed.
Okay.
He says this is not what happened.
It looked like he was either stretching or he heard it. So we did this for a couple of times and then he turned around. When he turned around, he just did this. And it looks like the video was reversed to make it appear he had kicked the individual.
This is the mugshot
Oh, go ahead with that.
4-year-old Lakean Woods after
Go
he was
ahead with
arrested
that.
Friday.
Let's go,
Jacksonville
please.
Sheriff's Office says he is affiliated with a local undocumented group connected with violent crimes. Woods is on felony probation for a prior armed robbery.
Okay.
The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office says this
None of
remains
that
under
makes sense.
administrative review.
Okay.
And to me, it don't.
Okay.
Because for one,
Okay.
if you tase them, and you tase them, and you can see that the taser worked because he was stretched out,
True.
and y'all was on him. How the fuck is he resisting?
True. But again, it'd be hard as shit for me to like at the beginning of the joint. This nigga straight dip. That's resisting.
It's not resisting. It's fleeing and loop.
That's resisting.
It's not resisting.
The man tell you to stop right there. You run. That's resisting.
It's not resisting. It's
Huh?
fleeing and loop. I had that charge.
You resisting
Fleeing and
my
loop.
commands. I told you to stop. Where you going? Stop. You did. So already we're in violation, right? So then we chasing you. Again, I always tell niggas, a cracker chasing your ass with adrenaline and sweat flowing ain't gonna have no sense once he grab your ass.
Yeah.
Literally. So you cannot put yourself in these dumbass predicaments, bro.
I can live with that.
Now, from that point on, they still had no business beating the shit out of him. So what can we do?
If you ran or whatever, you had to chase him, you tased him. You tased him and you seen you cuffed him.
Man, they try to say the tase when he failed, that one got the bruises on his face. But
Man, that
you can't
motherfucker
fall
ain't
and get
black.
bruises here,
He ain't
here,
black.
and
You
here
got
in
two
your
black
face
swollen eyes.
and skip the nose. Like
Bullshit.
that don't even make no fucking sense.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
So why would he even fucking say that? Like, come on, bro.
Because cops protect cops.
True. Yeah, we appreciate everybody, man, that tuning in and subscribing to our channel. We appreciate it a whole lot, man. We want to earn each and every subscriber, right? We don't want to pay for nothing. We don't want to just do no wild ass shit. Come on here fighting or picking up a girl and making her show her ass, anything.
Nah.
We just want to earn each and every subscriber, people that love politics and want to hear it from an average Joe point of view. You know what I'm saying, dog? So we just appreciate everybody that been tuning in lately. We appreciate it a whole lot, you know. But like you were just saying, I don't know. I just think once you get this situation flowing like that, like it's just hard for me to then defend it. You know what I'm saying? So I could then say the police officer's a piece of shit for doing what they doing. True. But I still can't skip over the fact that you can't do that.
I mean, you can look at it that way and you wouldn't be wrong. But my thing is, sure, he ran. Maybe he shouldn't have ran. But still, nothing in your book say beat the shit out of him because he ran. You know? Your fat ass, that's why your fat ass get in shape.
Let me ask you this then.
The chase motherfuckers.
If they came around and he just stood there, they just grabbed him and put the little cuffs on him, well, all that wild shit would have happened.
We don't know.
What would have happened for though?
You don't know.
What would be the reason?
You don't know. You really don't. Because you don't know.
So you saying if a police officer say, "Ho, come here," you stop, come to me, yes, sir. There's a problem. You give him his arm. Y'all, he put the handcuffs on.
I done seen a motherfucker.
The party over, right?
No, because I done seen police punch a motherfucker in the face because if somebody gave my answer they didn't like.
No.
So it's several ways. It's several ways the shit can escalate.
No. If we was to play this over again, right?
Right.
They was 2 feet in front of each other.
I understand.
He said stop, and he straight did. Okay,
but you still can't say because we'll never know because he ran and what happened. We don't know if it would have escalated to that point. Probably not, but it could have.
Why would it get to a point where, first of all, everybody breathing hard now, adrenaline flowing. Now I finally got you. Now my friend's here. Now what?
Yeah, I know what you doing.
We're gonna beat the shit out of your little black ass.
I know what you.
First of all, you made me run.
True, but it's been times when a motherfucker didn't run, and you know how you young motherfuckers is. I done seen it happen. Young and mouthed off at the police and slammed them all the court car, jacked them all up, punched them in the face. It did happen. Or a motherfucker just ran across somebody they don't like. Smack this motherfucker.
That's seldom.
I mean, but it happens. It don't happen all the time, but it happens. So, I mean, we don't know, but what happened. So, if he had stayed there,
know what I'm saying? If he was just stood there and said, "Yeah,"
he probably got
nothing would have happened.
Probably got locked up.
Yeah,
and
I get it.
I don't know, but
I run police so much that I know what you're thinking at the moment. It's like I gotta get the fuck away from it quick. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I get all that, but once you're running,
sometimes the feet get moving.
Once you're running, like I always knew when I was running, like this is gonna get ugly if they catch me. You feel me?
So you don't get caught.
You know what I'm saying? So I know
so that means don't get
I
caught.
did something dumb already. I'm running. Sure. Now, this can get real crazy if I get caught. You feel me? Or a motherfucker keep chasing me into an alley some fucking way and just unload on me. Yeah, this can get ugly once I run. I know it when I'm running.
That dumbass police break his motherfucking arm one day. Motherfucker will chase me down the street.
I know when I'm running. I know one time I was motherfucking walking on the motherfucking street, the niggas just jumped out. But none of them had no regular officer joints. They was the jump outs. Mm-hmm. So your first reaction is, these niggas about to rob me. You feel me? But then it's the police. It's like a different reaction. Like, oh shit, these niggas about to rob me. This fucking police now. You know what I'm saying? It's like, then them niggas is like, get your hands up and all this shit. You know what I'm saying? Then the nigga I ran. Again, once I run, I know this is gonna get ugly. You know what I'm saying? Now I hit that corner and then everything went black. I realized one of these niggas hit me with a football shoulder. He was hiding behind that motherfucking wall. I got knocked in the bushes. The niggas grabbed me, tried to choke me. The white lady, was she white? More Hispanic, really. Was looking at me, was like, no, that's enough. Right? Looking at me like, he good. Put the handcuffs on him. You know what I'm saying? They was fucking me up just because I'm running.
Yeah. Oh, that motherfucker, you make them chase you.
They can't stand it.
They catch you.
I'm glad she was there to say, oh, come on, that's enough.
But
they were winning extra.
People run for different reasons. You know, some
run just because you're scared.
Some run because they're scared. Some run because
you're dirty as fuck.
Some run got dirty. They dirty. Some got a gun on them and don't want to get caught with it. And
you're not really on foot. You're not getting the fucking way. You're not really going nowhere.
Unless you got a fat ass taste, or you a track star.
No bullshit, dog.
But
I got away a few times, man. In the car, not running.
Oh shit, I got away running a couple times.
Not running. Now they ain't never.
I knew that because you.
Now a few times when we was all together.
You me through my neighborhood. You.
That's what I was about to say. Like it was a group of us,
not catch me.
And the feds jumped out or some shit. No, they ain't catching us like that because we jump off fences.
I'm close around the way.
And back then, when I used to hit a fence, I'm barely touching half the fence or none of them. We flip over that motherfucker. We was flipping over that motherfuckers quick as shit. Right. Them niggas still back there like this. We gone. You know what I'm saying? With 3 other fences by that time. We ain't number like 17, 18, flipping like shit like we supposed to be in the Olympics.
I mean, it's like
fence is easy, boy. The niggas in the hood know how to get over fences like it ain't shit.
It's like this. We
live in body over that bitch.
We live in PG County. And for the longest, PG had a reputation. PG had, and they've been under FBI investigation for years because they have been known and they will fuck you up for no apparent reason at times too. And motherfuckers and got killed fucking with PG police. So sometimes it's just where you at. You know what I'm saying? They be like, you know, man, you motherfuckers known to fuck a nigga up then. Shit, I don't want it to be me. I'm trying to get close to home. I can scream for my mama. I want to get, you know, because some places, it don't get caught. It don't pay to get caught up being somewhere, even though you might be in the right. But it ain't good to get caught where ain't nobody at. So it's like I say, hey, I've been there, we've been there, done that. So, but
that's why we here. You know what I'm saying, Doc?
Yeah.
We get to see and talk to you. Happy, healthy, and free. Yeah. Negroes. Don't forget, we got the link in the chat just in case you disagree with any fucking thing come out of either one of our mouths. You know what I'm saying, Doc?
I'm one of the motherfuckers. I stayed mouthing off the motherfucking police.
Now, it's something happened though. Historic happened today.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Black lesbian.
Man, I love when this happens. You know what I'm saying? First of all, let's catch everybody up. Feinstein, is it Feinstein or Feinstein?
Either way, Feinstein.
I think it's Feinstein. Passed away at the age of 90. Who was the senator? She was a senator for a long time. So she was a senator, I guess, in California.
Yep.
And passed away. You know, when senators pass away or they step down, I think the council put up the next one, or they vote on the next speaker, and they put up whoever the speaker for that, the interim speakers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this year, the speaker that was put up to take Feinstein's spot. Now you gotta remember, eventually you're gonna have to run for this spot. It's given now because the term itself is not over, right? So she basically filling it in the term.
She can run again next year.
She basically filling in the term for Feinstein, right? Now, this is LaPhonza Butler. Now, for 1979, she's a lobbyist, politician, union organizer. She worked in California, the SEIU. Anybody don't know what that is? That's a union. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got to start getting hip to unions. We're going to have a big show on unions. Everybody need to check us out on that. We'll get some union organizers, union reps, union representatives. We're going to get everybody in here and we're going to talk about union and union representatives and the reason for having unions or not for Black culture. You know what I'm saying, dog? Definitely going to have that debate and topic for sure. Now back to Miss LaPhonza. Now, to me personally, right? First of all, she was the president of the Emily's List. Now that right there is going to turn every Republican in the nation off, right? Because she was the president of Emily's List, 21 to 23, right? Now, I really like this. She's 44 years old. She's born in Mississippi. Democrat, like I just said, she does all types of community work, working in union, you know what I'm saying, organizer. I did that for a short period of time in my life, you know. But I think this is a good move, man. What do you think?
Yeah.
I don't know how long it's gonna last.
It's a good move because you put somebody in there with a different perspective and a younger perspective. And she brings something to the table. That's why it was a good move. You know, you didn't put no figurehead in there. Somebody just to say you put somebody in there. You put in there somebody that brings something to the table.
Exactly. Don't get us wrong.
So
I fuck with Feinstein. So she was a good politician. She was good in that seat. You know what I'm saying? So
and you gotta also understand that she helped run Kamala Harris' presidential campaign. I mean, but she knows politics.
True. I just think that I like the move, right? I just like the fact that they stuck her there because other people, the Democratic Party wanted other people there, right? And the fact that they put somebody there that's more not politician as, she's not middle of the road Democrat. She's more extremely left. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta see how this works.
And that you
Now,
will well
take a
and
listen to this
faithfully discharge the
Sworn
duties
in.
of the office upon which you are about to enter. So help you God.
I will.
Congratulations.
Two black ladies.
Governor Newsom's
I love
appointment
y'all.
to fill the Senate seat of the late Senator Dianne Feinstein was sworn in about 30 minutes ago. Vice President Kamala Harris led the ceremony. Butler will be just the third black woman to serve in the U.S. Senate. Vice President Harris was the second. Butler was a Democratic
Black lady on earth. No, don't play with me. We got black ladies running things. Earth type shit. Second most powerful person on earth. What's wrong with y'all? Black ladies. Swearing in another black lady. I love it. You cannot deny the smell of cocoa butter, baby. You know what I'm saying, Doc? You can't deny the smell of cocoa butter. Yes, indeed. 44 years old. She was in love with Kamala Harris when she was sitting there in front of her like that. She's like, wow, I'm in front of Kamala. A black lady that's leading this way. You know what I'm saying, Doc? And now I'm here with her to help us in the black community pass the bills we need. I'm here too to help her. That's how she felt. You know what I'm saying, Doc? Glad that she is. Let's not forget. Not only that she was in Kamala Harris' presidential campaign, which is sweet for her to sign, for her to what's the name her in. Because think about it, she was in her campaign to run for president. They lost. She's vice president, and we get to come. We still here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. She get to come in. Hey, we still here though. Hey, what's up? My friend is here too. You know what I'm saying? She get to bring her friends. Most white Americans might not like it. We don't care. The more black people, the more the merrier for me. And black ladies especially. You know what I'm saying? Especially black ladies. Especially the black ones. So shouts out to Miss Butler for cracking ceilings and taking names and kicking asses and talk about getting through. Now, it's going to be better when she run again and win. That's different. I give you that. But she there now. And it's another number for the black culture. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got something to say before we get it away from her? But it's hard for me to lead the black ladies. You know, it's just me.
Congratulations. You know, we needed more. So it ain't that much black representation in the Senate anyway. And it ain't that much black woman. Matter of fact, it ain't no black woman representation in the Senate. Just hold on. How do you think there's no black women in the Senate after Kamala left? I gotta check that.
Yeah, she was the last one.
And so we needed that.
Glad to see you there, baby. Glad to see you there. Can we get some more and more and more? And then we can stop people like Woods from getting their ass whipped from police, getting jumped, and bitty clubbed. That's what happened to us back in the day. We used to call that shit bitty clubbed. The shit that's going on today, we used to get them joints done. It was normal though, right? Police used to beat our ass on a normal basis. It was normal.
I don't know about that. It was abnormal.
No, it was normal activity that would happen.
Okay.
You will get your ass whipped easy. Run. You see how quick when they catch you, how many bitty clubs hit you? You will see What happens once they get a hold of Uranus? You know what I'm saying? Crazy as shit, bro. Shouts out to her, though. That's real important shit for
Like
America,
this shit
for
gonna
sure.
work. That's the fucking problem now. Sources are telling Hannity that some Republicans have been in contact with him to start an effort to draft former President Trump to be the next speaker. It won't happen, Captain.
What are we talking about, man? He running for president. Y'all forgot?
You do that in the meantime.
Tripping. First of all, Christie out there whining too, talking about the RNC started to try to block him and Ramaswamy.
What the fuck did he think?
It's over. We sitting there looking at debates that's like dead man walking debates.
Chris.
Never one of y'all gonna be fucking president. So
Chris,
stop.
Oh, this thing on. Chris,
Yeah. That right there.
What the hell did you think? You are running a campaign where you said that you are basically out to trash and sabotage the front runner, whether people like him or not. You have said out your mouth that you are not running a campaign to win. You are running a that is why I keep saying, I'm telling y'all, and I hope y'all realize that the Republican Party is in disarray. Y'all discombobulated, y'all fucked up, y'all head is going in 9 different directions. Y'all is gone. Y'all out there, y'all need help, y'all need counseling. Look, you got Trump, MAGA, you got the alt-right, you got the extreme right, you got Chris Christie trying to sabotage of the ex-president's campaign. You got Ramaswamy, who we don't know what the fuck he doing.
Ramaswamy. Trump got gag orders too.
Yeah, he got some gag orders together.
Oh,
you got Tim Scott mad about everything but shit being done to black people. You got Clarence Thomas. And he's in the party. He is crooked as a $4 bill. And we got some more. And we got a new one today. We done found out that Amy Coney Barrett is in a cult that's abusing kids.
Not good.
Yeah, the people's yeah. And I'm gonna get into this later on this week. It's called the people of praise. And oh my God, this come on. Look, this party is gone. And look, at one time you didn't have to like what the Republican Party stand for. You didn't have to like their policies, but you knew where they was coming from, and you could respect them because that's how they truly felt. Now you got a racist wing. You got you just got everything that's fucked up about this country. They congregated under the GOP elephant, and it ain't good.
And it's sad too because most people that really don't pay attention to politics really skim over things, and you just really like, hey, I'm gonna just vote for Trump. I'm gonna vote for Trump. It was such and such when Trump did it. He got this person out of jail and all that type of shit. It's like, bruh, that means you don't know. That's why we're here, really. You don't really know politics. You need to tune in to Hoodview Politics so you can get into deep, detailed dives, and you can understand politics from the bone, the ruler to the bone. You know what I'm saying?
And as we tell y'all to stay the fuck out of Florida, now I'm telling y'all to keep your kids out of Florida because kids keep this. Florida is set to roll back over 100 years of child labor protection with a proposed bill that would allow 16 to 17-year-olds unlimited work hour, even on school nights.
That's the Republican Party in a whole nutshell, for sure.
Right. That's why they want to keep women barefoot and pregnant. You know, so they can make them kids start working in slave labor at 12.
And as everybody don't know that the Attorney General announced that he got action against Chinese companies that's supplying fentanyl. Now, look here. One thing you know is once something is detected, like a drug like crack, fentanyl, shit like that, trust and believe millionaires and billionaires from country to country is putting their money involved in that shit, just like a business. You feel me? Just like businesses, when something look like it's about to blow, the trade, the stock trade, and all that bullshit, it's the same thing. Once they notice that, they put money into that too. You know how much money is in fentanyl these days? Exactly. You know how much money was in coke? They put money. It was millionaires put money in the shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the same as investing on the stock market and shit like that. That's how they look at this shit.
Well, if you really want to know, you want to know how much money in it and how it got in the streets, go on YouTube and watch Freeway Ricky Ross story. And you'll find out. You know, they motherfucking.
I mean, just be careful where you at, bro. Like we pointed out sundown states. That's a problem. You gotta know if you live in a sundown state and you're a black man, you know what I'm saying? A woman. Just certain information. Don't just willingly move places, right? I understand that times be tough sometimes. You just really trying to find some fucking way to live. I get that. But at least do some research. Try to find out where are you at and what is the history there. And if it's a sundown state, you shouldn't be there. You know, you shouldn't be there. That's one place you shouldn't be. And don't forget, Silver Springs, we're going to start tweeting. Who the governor now?
Governor, Westmore.
Westmore. You don't think Hoodview Politics is about to start fucking your Twitter joint up and pointing out, in fact, I should do it right here live and point out facts that Silver Springs, it ain't your fault. You just started. I get it. We want to point out to let you know. I bet you don't know. You think you know?
No, I don't.
Exactly. So if we tweet you a few times, right? I'm gonna find your joint, your Twitter. I know you got something that you got somebody monitoring Congress all day.
No, they have people.
You're a motherfucking congressman. I mean, governor. So I know somebody's looking at something.
One of the things.
If we keep tweeting your bitch ass that there's some sundown states that you overriding, my man, we're gonna see what happens.
Like these people got used like low level people like interns and people that ain't been in government long. Or,
so what do you think he got Twitter or Instagram?
They got Twitter. He got Twitter. And they use, you know, they don't read the law books themselves. You know, I've been in a law library. They don't read, believe me, they don't motherfucking read them books themselves. They got somebody that go down there and when they want to know about the law or something, they got somebody go directly to the joint and pull up what they need. And by that happening, a lot of these people don't know the run states and don't know the laws that's on the books. And then the people that go down there and might run across it, they think it's irrelevant or they just fuck it. You don't want to hear that. He want this right here and blah 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 until somebody point it out. That's why people, there ain't nothing wrong with picking up a book every now and then and shit. Know about where you live at.
That will start.
You know, shit. Read a history book on the state you live in. Learn about the history of the state you live in, you know?
A few things that will help.
Yeah.
That's why I say, man, you gotta know where you at. Because once we looked up the motherfucking sundown states, I was shocked. I ain't gonna bullshit y'all. There's a lot of states in New York that you need to know it's a sundown state. We already know West Virginia is loaded with that shit.
Yeah.
Some states, Alabama,
but
look, it's just certain states that most black people conjugate to. And you just got to know where you at.
At one time, slaves was in every state in the union, including this one. Like I said, my great-grandfather was a slave. It's a log cabin down in Croon. He built that thing by hand. So I know this state ain't no different from the other 49 states in the union. I don't know about Alaskan, what's the last two? Alaska and Hawaii. They came in like 1950 something. So they might get by. I don't know yet. We'll have to do some research on that. But the other 48, y'all motherfuckers have some issues. But you say, learn about your city, learn about your state, learn about your country in general.
Exactly.
That's why we tell y'all, look, it's good, it's great to get out when things happen and you get out and you protest and you make your voice heard. But look, you still that's not doing no good. That's only part of the solution. If you don't take that same energy to the ballot box, all of that's for nothing. Exactly. It's for nothing. all that protesting in the streets and sometimes it get violent, windows get broken and people get beat up and a lot more people get locked up. But if you don't use that and then do that, and then on top of that, don't use your vote to affect change, then you're doing it all for nothing. Because you can do all of that. You can go out and protest. It can be a violent protest, a riot, or whatever they want to call it, and the first thing they're gonna do, they're gonna call you thugs and hoodlums and all of this shit, and to deflect away from the reason that you're in the streets in the first place. But if you don't go to the ballot box and vote these dumbasses out that's passing these laws or enforcing these laws in the first place, and put some new people in there that's gonna fight for your interests, your family's interests, your community's interests, and your state's interests and your country's interests on up, then all of that shit is for nothing. You going out getting hit with billy clubs, getting locked up, all this shit, getting hit with rubber bullets and pepper spray. It's all for nothing. If you're gonna sit back on election day and say, well, fuck it, what I need to go down there for my vote don't mean shit. Yes, it does. Because if it didn't mean nothing, it wouldn't be trying so hard to take it from you or to keep you from using it.
Again, we definitely appreciate everybody, man, tuning in and giving us the time of your day to listen to anything we got to say about politics. You know what I'm saying? That we do appreciate it, everybody. Appreciate everybody that subscribe. We just want to earn each and every subscriber, right? Before we leave though, the Tupac thing. What do you think about this? First of all, everybody don't know they arrested the alleged killer of Tupac Shakur, right? Now everybody don't remember this was in 1996, 95, 96, where he was killed. Now before that, people don't know. It was like a month before that, 2 months before that, he was shot. They would think it was somebody tried to rob him or something. When he was shot, he was in a wheelchair and all that shit.
And then when he got shot in New York.
I think it was New York, yeah. And then he started blaming
that was the first time he got shot.
Yeah.
That was outside of that's supposed to been outside the studio when he playing Biggie and the
and we started trying to say Biggie and
Biggie and Pac set
and Pac. No. He said Biggie and Puffy.
I mean Biggie and Puffy.
Now
I said Pac.
that's what I want to get you right there. Like the Tupac thing has been so long, but it's about to go through trial now, which is different, right? Where things gonna come up now that either people suspected or thought was going on, but we ought to get the shit out now. It's gonna be out. Whatever happened, now we're gonna know. You feel me? Do you understand how monumental this is? You actually about to have a court case, right? Of somebody that had been accused of killing Tupac. This is huge.
I don't see the motherfucker going to jail.
What?
Unless he set up to be straight railroaded. It's been 20-some years. You got the motherfucker that was in the car with Tupac when he got shot. Suge Knight had already said he ain't testifying, and they got the wrong man. So that's unless they got somebody else.
You gotta realize they arrested him on something completely different. Right. And that's how they end up finding out about this.
Unless you got somebody else, a witness that was there, that's saying he pulled the trigger, he did it, I saw it, yes. Or Suge,
the witness is Suge Knight, bitch ass. But he is the witness.
Okay, but Suge went all over TV, said that's the wrong dude, and he not testifying, said he not going to court.
So people got to realize that Suge Knight is the one that withheld everything. He in jail and everything, cool. But he looked directly in the motherfucker's eyes that pulled triggers at his ass. He got a good feel for who the fuck was in that car, bro.
Well, if
him and Tupac looked at these motherfuckers. Tupac ain't make it.
But if Suge say that ain't the nigga, that ain't the nigga.
But why this bitch ass
nigga that ain't gonna be the nigga?
Why Suge all these years ain't trying to make it known how the motherfucker look or something? Get a sketch. Go to police officer. Hit this side of the nigga. Look, man. I look right in this bitch ass nigga eyes. Okay. Boom. Nothing.
Okay. Look, you just like me that heard every conspiracy theory that's connected with this Tupac murder. From Suge got something to do with it.
I ain't saying they got to do with it. I'm saying. Just that one part. You sitting there with him. You both look at him.
You done heard like all the rest of us is 1,000 conspiracy theories concerning Tupac and Tupac murder. Okay. And
think about it. It wasn't just his car. It was 10 other cars with him.
Right. And my thing is, if this shit happened out on the Las Vegas Strip, and a lot of motherfucking people out there at all times, what they doing after Tyson fight?
They was on to a fight.
Yeah.
And remember, in the fight, he got in a fight with somebody in there.
When they jumped Orlando.
Yeah, David, his nephew.
They stomped shit out of Orlando that night.
Exactly. It was all on the surveillance camera.
But look.
And Tupac took that motherfucking street shit literally once he started being involved in movies and things that gave him the sense of street shit.
Look,
you know what I'm saying? Because he wasn't actually from the streets.
After that nigga did Juice, he turned into Bishop.
Now then, Juice did it for sure.
But look, we're talking about this dude was murdered right out there in the middle of the Las Vegas Strip, and the Las Vegas Strip ain't never empty. And you gonna tell me it took 26 years to finally charge this dude, and really the only witness you got is Suge Knight.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
exactly.
If I'm mistaken, Suge got shot too. Now, if Suge don't up and identify this motherfucker, and they ain't got no other witnesses, which
you fucked.
Which I'm saying 26 years, and you ain't got no other, and ain't nobody in all this time came forward and said Keith, what's his name, is the one that did this. I just think, I ain't gonna say it ain't gonna happen. I'm just seeing a hard time of him going to jail for this.
Oh, we definitely gonna find out. It's a trial.
Yeah.
So it ain't no way around it.
I mean, shit might not even make it a trial. They ain't got no witnesses. And Suge look, Suge gonna be in jail. Suge gonna be in jail a long time. I think he still got a long time to go. Suge not gonna survive in a motherfucking Cali jail if he get labeled a snitch.
Yeah, I know that. But
I mean, they whooping his ass already.
But he is literally the only person that can tell the story.
Right.
That puts him in a position where, I mean, you just keep this shit to yourself all these years?
Right. But then you don't know who the dude affiliated with. It's gonna be a lot of shit around this. So maybe I'm just being skeptical or whatever, but I just believe that unless you got some motherfucker some bad bold motherfucker that's gonna come straight out there and look dude in the eye and say, yeah, motherfucker, you did it. I was with him when he did it. Yeah, and can describe the gun, the cars, and all this other shit that what happened.
That's a tough one right there, bro. Yeah, that's tough. We're gonna find out though, because
find out.
Yep.
Boy, you
damn sure trial for sure. Thank you though, each and every Tuesday night for tuning in to the Hoodview Politics. We go in a deep detail dive into politics from the hood point of view. You know what I'm saying, dog? Don't forget, we peep in this joint any other nights too. You know what I'm saying, dog? We sneaks in, you know what I'm saying? That's what we do. You know what I'm saying? Politics. Full. You got something to say, though? Before we get out?
Yeah, stay the fuck out of Florida.
Gotta do that. It's a must you do that.
Talking about politics coming from a view of the streets, you know what I'm saying, dog? We're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers. None of that shit is on TV.